Hello, and we are back. This week, we are continuing to chat on the topic of financial literacy. This is very important for us to discuss because the biggest problems in the world today that humans are facing include mental health problems, whether that's anxiety, depression, fear, grief, many ailments around mental health, Alzheimer's, dementia, the list does go on, and financial stability. You can speak or ask almost every person in the world if these are topics that have been either on their mind, a concern, or someone in their close circle is experiencing. Let's just refresh a little bit from last week. From Anik's point of view, we had some people who were really okay with that, and some people really hated it. Now, this week, nothing has really been solved. However, it does seem like some conversations have led to better places for everyone because some of those doors needed to be opened. Backtracking a little bit from the production conversation in the luxury market, for example, luxury handbags, China is showing us that they make everything and they make it in very high standards. And a note apparently that is good for us to discuss is that a lot of these raw materials actually come from Nigeria, whether that is the crocodiles, the fur, stuff from animals, and so forth. And so in this trade lineup from sourcing materials to building quality products to distribution and eventually sales in the markets, these are the conversations that people around the world want to have today. Now, having conversations, debates, discussions is all great and healthy because it's better to air things out, especially if you have a team that can find a resolution that works. When it comes to negotiations, for example, we mentioned that we love the Harvard negotiation principle. I'm grateful to have had some incredible mentors and people I've hired along the way to keep me up to date with these terms and processes that are happening in the world. Yes, I may come across a bit of a generalist because my niche is in women's health weight loss. These are conversations that are important to have because I'm also a part of a community, and in communities, people talk about these issues, processes, systems, whatever you wish to call it. There are obvious issues happening right now with what's happening in the financial world, but also maybe in the internet world. We are seeing that the way the internet started way back when was pretty underground for many, and we've heard about the dark web. I feel like the focus for many people who are in internet security right now should be thinking about doubling down on issues like fraud, and any sort of AI cloning should be eliminated 1,000%. And if there are AI tools that the security are using, that they should be trained to see if people are working to scam people online or sell false products, because it's important for consumers to have the right information to make consumer aware decisions. Similarly, if they were buying products in the supermarket, they're going to want to read the labels, right? Now, in the internet world, people are making a lot of money through things like OnlyFans, which is not socially acceptable, but that's where the money is going. Gambling, online theft, scams. And yes, there are legitimate people making money online, like Amazon is a buy and sell service. And there are actual services like My Green Balance is a real service, a real online business that sells real products. And retail, a lot of clothes. So a lot of legitimate websites and so forth are working. It might be best that everyone gets super clear on what is fake and what is actually acceptable for purchases online. Morally speaking, nobody's perfect. However, for this discussion, a lot of business owners, or the way that business works, is based on lie, cheat, kill, and destroy, which has been the theme since however many years. The question I have is, can we as a human race focus more on entrepreneurial capitalism, where we bring value to the marketplace, making life easier for people? For example, yes, we want to see robots and we want to see buildings get built faster and some of the heavy lifting work to be assisted, and we can use these technologies to help us. Do we want to bring in sex robots and these awful ways of how robotics can be applied? No, because that could destroy marriages and relationships, and there's already enough going on in the world that want to do such awful impacts on humanity. So moving forward out of that, nobody likes being bullied. Nobody likes being called out and name called, especially on live media. Nobody would request that. Everyone does have freedom of speech, but it takes a certain type of person to really be a troll, leaving hate comments and working double time to spread fake news and fake rumors about people with no legitimate claims or reasons other than deep psychological wounds, I would think, in simple terms. And if I was in America's shoes, I feel like, I don't know if this is allowed or not, but if I had the power to be in a presidential position, I feel like I would rewrite the financial system in a way that favors an outcome with a strong currency, but also in a debt-free manner, to move forward with a blank slate. If that is creating a digital currency, it should be backed up by the banks and the financial institutions where we already have trust and bonds and luxury, because the online market can be so ruthless and impulsive and reactive that those types of environments you may not want managing your wealth and finances. And in order to show up as a legitimate online business, there should be similar processes required that it's important to tick off a checklist to move forward. So, I'm grateful I can speak here in a very privileged position, and these are my thoughts. Until next time. And I look forward to continuing the conversation, and I'm happy that we are coming together to solve some bigger problems, because why not bring some of the geniuses together to work together? This lights me up. I'm sure it lights you up too.